Hey, my friends, how are you? This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Onnit. That's O-N-N-I-T. Onnit.com is a human optimization website. Total human optimization is what we strive for. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? What does that mean? You can get by in this life by no exercise and just eating regular food and just living your life. You can. But will you be physically, mentally at your best? I do not believe so. I believe in order to achieve the best you that you can create, that you can craft, what you need is some fitness, you need some health, you need some wellness. And we aim to provide you with all the tools necessary. We can't give you the actual motivation to go get things done. We can't give you the discipline to go out and actually work out or to eat healthy. But we can try to inspire. We can try to provide you with the best tools and strength and conditioning equipment like our legendary kettlebells, the primal bells, which are all the great apes, gorillas, orangutans, chimps, and howler monkeys. The zombie kettlebells, there's some of them that are still around. We're going to bring those bitches back. They were a limited edition. We kind of run out of them, but we're going to bring them back. We have new ones. The Legend series, the Legend Bell. The first one is a werewolf. We got a Sasquatch coming too, bitches. There's a picture of it on my Instagram. What are they? They're kettlebells, which are designed to be functional artwork. They're the best strength and conditioning equipment, in my opinion. I love using kettlebells. They're fun. They provide you with a full body workout, which is something that I think is really important when you develop what you call functional strength, the ability to apply that strength to athletics, apply that strength to just normal stuff like being able to pick things up and move them around, to keep your body strong, keep your spine strong, keep your body from atrophying because of old age and mother time. Or is it father time? Father time. Father time's a cunt. He wants to ruin you. And you could resist, at least slightly, with strength and conditioning equipment, especially with resistance exercises. It actually increases your bone density, increases your muscle mass, and releases endorphins and makes you feel good. If you are considering exercising, I beg of you, please consult with a real coach, a real trainer. Get something, if you can afford it, get someone to show you the basic movements. We sell plenty of DVDs. We also have plenty, if you go to the Onnit website, there's plenty of free information available at the Onnit Academy. There's also plenty of free stuff online. There's many kettlebell routines that you can just get from YouTube and various video sites that are free. But if you're interested, I really recommend the Kettlebell Cardio DVD series by Keith Weber, who's been a podcast guest and a great guy. The Extreme 2 Kettlebell DVD is available at Onnit.com. I can't say enough about it. And we also have exercise routines for steel mace. We have the Ultimate Steel Mace Workout, which is an Onnit digital download. And we also have a DVD available as well. Fitness is Function. We have a sandbag DVD. And we sell plenty of supplements like Alpha Brain, which is a cognitive enhancing supplement. All these supplements, we say, what is a cognitive enhancing supplement? It's a nootropic. All these things are explained far better than I'm ever going to explain them at Onnit.com. That's ONNIT. Use the code word Rogan and you will save 10% off any and all supplements. You dirty bitches. We're also brought to you by Stamps.com. Stamps.com is a website that allows you to send things directly from your home or office using U.S. postage that you can print directly off of a home computer. It is so much easier than going to the post office. You will fucking love it. Stamps.com will give you 24-hour access to the post office right from your computer. No waiting in line, no hassles. You can print official U.S. postage from a regular computer. It makes it so easy to do. Stamps.com will send you a digital scale that automatically calculates the exact postage you need for any class of mail. You'll never have to go to the post office again. You weigh that shit out. You hand it to the postman after you print up the postage from your regular printer, slap it on the box, give it to him. You're done. Or her, if you have a post woman. I don't want to be sexist. Right now, if you use the promo code JRE, you get a special offer, a no-risk trial, and a $110 bonus offer, which includes a a free digital scale and up to $55 of free postage. So do not hesitate. Do not wait, my friends. If you have a small business, if you ship things on a regular basis, this will be a lifesaver for you. Use the promo code JRE. Click on the old school microphone at stamps.com. Use that JRE promo code and get that $110 bonus offer, you dirty bitches. We're also brought to you by Ting. If you go to rogan.ting.com, you will save $25 off of any of Ting's fantastic new devices. What is Ting, ladies and gentlemen? Ting is a way for you to save a fuckload of money by using a cell phone company that makes its own rules. Instead of using the standard cell phone model that almost every company uses, what Ting does is they rent time on the Sprint backbone, so you get the same service that you would get if you were using a major provider like Sprint, and they do it with their rules. No contracts, no early termination fees, no bundle charges or ride-along charges, and here's what I really enjoy, you only pay for what you use. My bill this month was I think it was like $27 or something like that. The average Ting customer saves $37.57 per device per month. They say on the website they don't want to say anything corny like, come for the savings, stay for the awesome user experience and real smart human beings in customer service. But they just did. What would you save? Click on their link on the page, go to rogan.ting.com, and it'll show you what you would save. $21 is the average monthly bill per device for Ting customers. And if you go to rogan.ting.com, you can see all the devices they have for sale, and $25 not just on phones like the really expensive phones, but on like the LG Optimus S, which is only $42. Okay, you want to get an HTC Evo 4G, you can get by on that motherfucker. It's $49. Use the $25 Rogan discount, and it's less than that. I don't want to do the math. I'm fucking lazy and I'm done with math. But they have high-end shit like the HTC One M8, which is a beautiful, gorgeous phone. The Samsung Galaxy S5, which I have, love it. And one of the things I really love, water resistant. You can fucking plug up the bottom, drop that bitch in the toilet, and you're good to go. Rogan.ting.com. Save yourself some money. And last but not least, we are brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings.com is a way for you to actually make some fucking real cash money. Real dead president. Get that paper from playing fantasy football. That seems ridiculous, right? But they give away ridiculous amounts of money. Listeners are winning huge cash prizes every week at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. 1 week fantasy means no season-long commitments. You can play whenever you want. You got an injured player? Not a problem at DraftKings, where it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning instant cash. One player last year turned $11 into $4,000. Another dude, maybe a girl, I don't know, another human won $100,000, first time ever playing, and another player won $1 million in one day just playing fantasy football. These are real fucking numbers at DraftKings.com. Hurry and get free entry into the $100,000 fantasy football contest this weekend, where first place takes $10,000. $10,000, just like that. Playing fucking fantasy football. Take care of your bills. Call to action, ladies and gentlemen. Go right now. Head over to DraftKings.com and enter the promo code ROGAN. That's ROGAN to play for free, you fucks. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. I don't know what that means. What if you're a tiny dude? Are you a bigger millionaire? You have more money. I get what they're saying. Entering the code word Rogan at DraftKings.com for free entry now. DraftKings.com. Enter in the code word Rogan. And Rogan, not Ruggin. R-U-G-G. That's me if I wore a toupee. Ruggin. R-U-G-E-N. I'm not ruling that out, by the way. I might come in here one day with just a giant blonde mane. Seamless. One of those ones that John Travolta wears where it looks like it's real. DraftKings.com. Use the code word Rogan. Our guest today is one of my favorite dudes. He's very controversial. He's very fucking talented. He's very interesting, and he's very wild. He's David Choe. He's an artist. He's a podcaster. He's a broadcaster for Vice on HBO. He's just a very unique human being and often misunderstood. And I think you'll see by the end of this podcast what he's really all about. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Choe.
Joe Rogan Podcast, check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Yeah! That's how I like to open up my show.
Really?
Dude, you're fucking, these Instagram things that you're doing, these Hong Dynasty things, what are you doing? That shit is hilarious. You and Bobby Lee and these 15-second clips, I'm hooked. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm laughing my dick off.
I mean, first of all, people always like to, it's publicly known that I'm wealthy because of the New York Times and all this shit that came out.
The Facebook stuff.
Yeah, so people always like, whenever I do anything, to preface it with, well, if I was rich, or if I had your fuck you money, or if, and I go, this shit, most of everything I do costs little or nothing. Like the Hong Dynasty is, okay, so Instagram comes out, and Vine is like 7 seconds, right? Yep. I don't have Vine, but Vine is 7 seconds, Instagram's 15 seconds. We're old guys. When I go hang out with my nephews and stuff, and they're like teenagers, like they won't even watch a 1 minute YouTube clip.
It's
like,
true,
if
right?
it doesn't get their attention, they're like, or they'll watch it with the bar, just fast forward, So I said, let's just fuck around. We filmed this thing on our iPhone, and it's just, Bobby Lee's actually an actor. Or, you know what, before we get started, let me just say, I was on Joe's show last time, and it ended with me saying, it was a dumb idea, but I was like, I'm extremely unhealthy, I'm out of shape, I have like mercury poisoning, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all that shit. I just got diabetes, and I said,
You have diabetes?
Whatever, I mean, everyone's gonna have it soon, but I said, what did I say? I was gonna spend a year to get trained, and I want to have like a UFC fight or some shit like that, and you were explaining to me how dumb it was?
Yes.
Bobby Lee's brother, Steve Lee, who's 40 years old, who's one of those guys, he's like 1,000 times funnier than Bobby without trying. Like Bobby's like a professional comedian. Steve's he's just a funny, crazy guy. He's one of the, got a sort of an Al Bundy thing where he's 40 and he talks about how he could have been state champ if he just did this one arm bar or something.
Right.
And he he used to work at this place, Fat Sal's in Hollywood, part-time as a sandwich guy, and I hired him to be on my show full-time. And he started slacking. It was what I thought would happen. And I said, all right, you and me are going to go into this room and we're going to wrestle. And you're basically wrestling for your job. You're doing wrestling and I'm doing judo. And I outweigh him by 60 pounds. He's like a little, like tiny Asian guy.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I used to do judo. And my friend was like, dude, don't underestimate him because, he was almost state champ. I'm like, that was like over 20 years ago. He's like, but yeah, those little wrestling guys, you can't fuck with them. And,
right.
then his brother was the referee. So Bobby says, Dave, my brother, he's like very relaxed and lazy about things until you challenge his pussy or money. So Steve, Steve's on the Hong Dynasty. He's like he's a crazy guy. He's always good natured. He's always funny. When I told him, like, if you don't win this, you're going back to Fat Sal's. And the job he has for me right now is like, they're like, what do you need to hire Steve Lee for? What does he do? I'm like, I literally send him all over the world to fuck as many whores as possible. Like
that's his job?
That's his job right now.
Having sex with prostitutes?
Yeah, I send him like him, basically him and this guy, Bill Poon, he's 53 years old. I sent them to Macau. They're the Macau brothers now. And Bill on his normal job when he's not on my show is he drives hookers around. He's the #1 whore transporter in Los Angeles. I think he put 290,000 miles on his Prius. And I said, do the math, and he has delivered 6,000 hookers to their Johns.
Wow.
And I go, that makes you the #1 whore transporter.
Maybe there's a guy out there that's just fucking doing meth and staying up all night and just trying to break that record.
Well, he has his arch enemy and everything. It's like the whole.
Have an arch enemy?
Yeah,
There's another guy.
Yeah, there's another guy. But he's like what's that movie? The Transporter. He's
the Jason Statham guy.
Like he never tries to fuck the hookers. He's he's serious about it. He's got like baby wipes and condom. He takes the job seriously.
Right.
He's not does any creepy shit. So him and Steve, I go, hey, you guys, everyone hears stories about like the underground sex world in Macau and this. Why don't you go and investigate? And by investigate, I mean fuck all of them. And so I send them to Macau. We record the whole thing. That's going to be called the Macau Brothers, and we're going to put that up on DVD, ASA, whatever. But
so go back to this wrestling match.
Okay, so
you guys, is it a submission thing?
Whoever
pins?
Well, that's why I'm not a wrestler. I'm a judo guy. So Bobby's like, Bobby used to wrestle too, so he's like, I'll be the referee, and whoever gets the first person down, submit, whatever, they win.
But what is whatever? Like, is it to tap out? Because if you get a jiu-jitsu guy down, it doesn't mean jack shit.
Right.
That's when the game starts.
Right.
But a judo guy is all about, what do you call ippon? When you slam a guy?
Yeah, it was just, I guess whoever gets someone in a hold that they can't get out of or something.
Okay.
Cause
undefined victories.
Yeah, because just no punching or kicking.
Okay,
it wasn't
just grappling.
Yeah. And so, him working for me is not